Okay, we're currently set up at 35 metres. I'm just going to step forward to the 30 metre firing line and we'll go again. First three look pretty good. We're going to keep going for the remaining 3 of 6. So I don't think the last one was too good, but we'll zoom in and then we'll walk over to the target, check it out. So we're at 35, and that lot of 6 arrows was shot from just down the hillside a little at 30 metres. So we'll take a quick walk and have a final check over there. Okay, so here we are at 30 metres. We were just over on the hillside there in the rocks, firing from 30 and filming from 35 metres. So as you can see, I'm pretty happy with that. That's all 6. The first 3 went pretty well, so I just kept going. I was only going to do 3, but seemed to fall into the groove. So that's about my 4th target for this morning, and really starting to find the groove. So the rest should hopefully continue along a similar vein. And these are fired from the 2013 PSE Vendetta DC. Pretty happy with it. Really happy with it actually. And that was purchased from Archery Direct in New Zealand. Fantastic store, great customer service. I don't work for them or anything, I'm just saying. I think if a store has the right sort of level of customer service and really actually gives a shit about its customers, then it's worth actually saying so. I think there's probably not enough positive sort of comments that go towards good retailers. So Archery Direct of New Zealand, really happy with their service and really happy with the PSE Vendetta. Okay, here we are at the next firing line, next target stand. This is one of my favourites. We're out at 60 metres across the water and just up on the hillside over there. So that's the target face. And it progressively steps through 50 and down to 40 metres just at the creek edge there. Little bridge over there to walk over with. So I only have my bow set up with a 50 metre pin, so I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's just a cheap PSE Gemini sight, I think. Yeah, so it's not exactly awesome in terms of quality of equipment, but I'm just starting out. I've only been shooting for about 6 months, and it suits me, suits my capabilities, suits my needs perfectly. So I'm just going to put the bow down, and what we might do is I'm going to walk over there, set the camera up looking back, and just get a couple of shots firing away there over towards the target frame at 60 meters. I'm going to walk forward, probably just do 2 shots at 60, 2 at 50 and 2 at 40, then I'll walk over and collect the arrows. Okay, so here we are over at the target frame. So slightly uphill from the 3 firing points, 60, 50 and 40 meters, as you can see there with the stakes in the ground. So I'm just going to set the camera up and fire some shots, 2 from each firing point, back uphill here towards the target. I'll come and collect the camera, and we'll see how the shots look. We are set up on the target, running really low on battery, so I'm just going to scarp it back, and the video is probably going to cut out part way through. We'll see how far we get. Okay, well, my camera is just the tripod, but my HD camera ran out of batteries, which is just typical and pretty indicative of my poor planning. But I do have my cell phone, so these are the 6 arrows shot from back across the water just now. The 3 stakes in the ground, 60, 50 and 40 meters. So I don't have a pin for 60 meters, so I had to aim off. I'm not sure which arrows are which, but you see this one here and probably this one here are the 2 that are aimed sort of in a downwards trajectory, so they've arced and then come down. So they are the 60 meter ones, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not sure between the other ones which are the 50 and the 40 meter arrows, but you know, that's not too bad. Well, I don't think it's too bad anyway. Like I say, I haven't been shooting too long. It's just a real bummer that my camera ran out of batteries, and it's the bow. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that, really. You know, we're talking 60 meters across the way there. So and like I said at the start, slightly uphill, a bit of a breeze, but that doesn't affect my flight too much. You know, my fetchings are pretty short, so they're not getting blown around. So we're going to go along the hillside to my next favourite target, which is a downhill facing target at 50 metres. Alright, so here we are operating on the cell phone camera now. This is a 50 metre target. It's a pretty complex little shoot, so we're going to go back up on the top of the hill there from 50, step down through 40, and I think 30 as well. So pretty steep downward angle, and I'll show you again from up the top, and then we'll come across and shoot across at this other one over here, which I think is 30 or 25. But we'll do this one first. Okay, here we are at the top of the steps. It's a good wee climb, so I'm just going to catch my breath. I'll have a go at setting the camera up probably halfway down the hill, and then we'll go with 6 arrows again. Okay, so we're set up at about 35 metres, looking down at the 50 metre target from up on the hill. We'll loose 6 arrows here. We'll try and do 2 from 50, 2 from 40, 2 from 30. Okay, that was the first 4. The ones on the top right have come in from 50 metres, and I had to, well, the first shot was the one in the absolute top right, and I then adjusted down slightly more towards the white centre. I then stepped forward to 40 metres, and both the 40 metre shots are near the centre of the white. Last 2 shots at 30 metres. Okay, so that's all 6, and I can see which arrows went where, so we'll get down there and we'll talk about it. This was actually the 30 metre firing point right here, with 40 the first wooden sign and 50 just up where it crests. So we'll walk forwards. You can see here from the steps just how much of an incline it was. I don't have a rangefinder yet. That's on its way over from eBay, and it's one of the Bushnell Arc models, so it'll help me to compensate. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Really happy with that, just quietly. So this was the first one, the first 50 metre shot, high right. I then adjusted down towards the centre. I was actually, my aim point from that distance and that angle was the bottom of the white centre. This one here was a 40 metre shot. Now I think this one here may have been the other 40 metre, and then I'd say these two here are the 30s, but it's kind of hard to tell, the angles are all pretty close. But hey, look, I'm pretty happy with that. Glad I filmed it too, actually. And again, looking back up on the hill there, so you know, pretty complex with the distance and the angle. Not much of a wind, a bit of a breeze, but yeah, that's not too bad. Pretty happy.